How about a funny story, Bill? All right. How about the fact that I have a bruise on my back the size of a fucking softball? How'd you get that, Bill? Well, I decided to go hiking in the Rocky Mountains in the beautiful state of Colorado. I went up there with Rose Bowl legend Jason Lawhead. You know, we went up there like we were on a second date. Let's go on a hike. Do you like hiking too? I'm so excited. So we decided to go on this fucking hike. And I'm nervous going into the Rocky Mountains because I'm thinking they got bear, you know, fucking elk, barracuda, whatever the fuck they got up in there. You know what I mean? This is the real deal. This isn't like the fucking Hollywood Hills out here where, you know, I'm going to run into fucking Kevin Bacon before I run into any sort of fucking, you know, I'm going to run into fucking Louis De Palma before I run into even a bobcat out here. That's all it is. Maybe Lee Majors. If he's in a bad mood, maybe he'll fucking throw something at me. That's the worst I have to worry about out here. These are the fucking Rocky Mountains. All right? These are the mountains that they create Coors Light with. This is the real deal. So, we're going in there, you know, with nothing but fucking, you know, our workout clothes. I have no weapon on me. Everything is telling me this is fucking stupid. And, we're in Boulder, Colorado, which I'm telling you, man, Boulder, Colorado, arguably the best, the most in shape people I've ever seen in my fucking life. We were sitting there walking up this hiking trail, and we're all, you know, there's a part of me, I'm fucking nervous because I haven't gone up there. I'm with somebody who hasn't gone up here. This has all the makings of one of those Reader's Digest, I almost fucking died stories that they have in there. And all of a sudden, this fucking lady, she had to be in her late 50s, comes running down the trail, people. Not walking, running. Wearing those sneakers that look like feet that are fucking annoying, but you have to look at them. With a spring in her step. Like Walter Payton running on the balls of her feet. Came running by, barely breaking a sweat. Big smile, fucking glow in her face. Hadn't let life beat her down or anything. It was unbelievable. And I'm like, and me and Jay, at that point we'd been in Boulder for like 3 days. We did the show at the Boulder Theater, did 2 shows that were fucking awesome. Unbelievable crowds, great theater. Part of the Billy Red State Tour, the rescheduled one, and everybody showed up, and it was awesome. The next day we went to the Broncos game, and then this was the morning we were going to drive down to Colorado Springs. We were like, well, we got to work off all the booze we drank at the Broncos game. So we decided to go on this fucking hike, all right? All right, I'm back on track here. So we go into the wilderness with no weapons or anything, and, you know, I'm nervous. I mean, that lady running by made me feel good, but for half a second, I'm like, is she running from a mountain lion? Because people where I'm from in their early 30s can't run that fast. So we go up the hill, and it's just amazing. It's fucking amazing. Like, it's so beautiful, you're like whispering. Like, oh my God, look at the view. Like that type of shit, right? But I'm also nervous. Like, I just got this feeling, like, I don't know, like, I just don't want to get my face ripped off. I mean, call me weird. Call me a coward. I don't give a shit. Getting mauled is not on my bucket list. Okay? That just sounds so much worse than getting stabbed and shot, because you get stabbed and shot unless you get riddled or stabbed multiple times. For the most part, you have a wound, but it's in one area. One of your limbs hurts. The other 3 you can still use. You get mauled, that is just an all-encompassing, like, it's like you went through a paper shredder. All right? I don't need that. So we're about half hour into the hike, and I'm like, wow, I'm a half hour into the Rocky Mountains with no fucking weapon, and my guide is a fellow stand-up comedian. So we decide to sit down on these rocks. I'm like, let's sit down, just take a break, because we're fucking winded, because we're middle-aged guys, we're out of shape, and we're a mile high, right, in Denver or whatever, Boulder. So we sit down on these rocks, and I'm like nervous, looking around, making sure there's nothing deciding to fucking pounce on me. And all of a sudden I hear a car drive by. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like 100 yards away, there's like a road. And then I looked over another 20 feet, and there was like a picnic table. So evidently this fucking trail we were going on, this isn't like some deep forest shit. Like, we pulled off the road. Evidently, we could have just kept driving and gone all the way up to the top. So in the trail we're on, crosses the road a couple of times. So we're totally fine for the most part. So I see the picnic table, and I point at it to Jason, and we just start fucking laughing. Because we're sitting down on these rocks like we're Lewis and Clark, and we're in the middle of nowhere, and we're right there. We're in the middle of civilization. Long story short, we get all the way up to the top. We're standing on these rocks. We're looking down, actually looking down into, was it Finley Stadium, whatever, where the Buffaloes play. Absolutely gorgeous. We're so high up we could see the skyline in Denver. It was fucking awesome. So we start walking back, and we're coming down the trail, and it's, really loose kind of dirt. And we keep slipping, but we're all right, We keep regaining our balance. And at one point, Lawhead slips to the point where I thought he was going down, and he was able to recover. He was an athlete. And I said, hey, that was nice. You can see, you played hoop. You got an athletic background. I said, had you been Joe DeRosa, I'd be carrying you down off the mountain. And we were sitting there laughing at Joe, right? Because that's the kind of friend I am. I throw my friends under the bus when they're not there to defend themselves. So, wouldn't you know, karma comes back and bites me in the ass like a fucking minute later. I'm standing there taking a picture or something, and I go and I take a step or two, dude, and I'm telling you, it's like somebody took my legs out. I don't even know what happened. I just fell. And I landed on a rock. Like, first of all, my elbow scraped first on my right arm, and it pushed it like hyperextended. Like, I almost snapped my fucking humerus. And all I was doing was falling from a standing position down to the ground in the dirt. But there just happened to be this fucking rock there. And I think I would have broke it. But fortunately, the rest of my body hit the other part of the rock. Basically, just imagine jumping up in the air so you're horizontal and then just landing on the rock with like a baseball-sized part of your back. Dude, I wish I could recreate the fucking noise I made. And that was it. I was just down, and I was down for like a good 10 seconds. Like when somebody gets knocked out or knocked down when they're boxing, and they kind of sit back up at 4 seconds, but they wait till the 9.5 second mark to fucking stand back up. That's what I did. And Lawhead was going like, dude, you all right? You all right? And I kept saying, yeah, and I wasn't. And so I start walking down the hill, and I'm kind of laughing because I feel like a fucking idiot, but laughing at this point hurts because I guess you use those muscles in your back. And I don't know, about 30 seconds later, Lawhead's going, yeah, dude, I can see blood coming through your fucking T-shirt. And, yeah, it was gross. By the time I got down to the bottom, like, my fucking T-shirt was, like, stuck to my back. And, but it wasn't bleeding profusely. It was more like, the cut was more like a scrape. Because after I landed on the rock, I then slid down it. So I lifted up my shirt. And I go, how bad is it? And I knew it was going to be bad because I knew what I did. And not to mention, I'm a pasty fucking redhead. And we don't bruise. We look like, where somebody with pigment would look like they had a bad bruise. We look like we got bitten by like a fucking mako shark. That's basically what I look like. I shook it off. Went to the pharmacy. Got some Neosporin. Slapped it on my elbow. Left it off the back. Figured the back was fine. And then I went and I got a salad. And that was my fucking Denver story. How was that? So my back has been killing me the last couple of days. And it's weird. The only time it hurts is when I go to stand up. I got to make a noise. I'll make the noise for you here. Let me see if I can get it. It hurts. Oh, of course, now it doesn't hurt. I think I did it. I freed it up. All right. That was like Geraldo looking into that safe. Sorry about that.